because this past weekend we had the great, well regarded by some, maybe not all, but the highly talented and very popular Fanatics Fest took place in New York City this past weekend at the Jacob Javits Center, where we had personalities and fans from all major league sports come by. The NFL was represented, the NBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, WWE, and various other things were taking place with huge guest speakers such as Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Derek Jeter, to name a few. We've also had various fans have fan interactions and lots of exhibits for all sports memorabilia. If you are a true sports fan, Fanatics Fest was the place to be. And one of those people who was there to tell us about his experience, good or bad, but we'll see what he thinks, is the great Jose Rivera. Now, Jose, before we talk about your experience, can we look at some of the pictures I have pulled up from your personal Instagram?
Sure, why not?
So we have, all right, first, if you want to follow Jose, check him out on Instagram at Junior2003. And some of the people he saw were the great Perez brothers, Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, you saw, Jose, the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, Michael Vick, CM Punk, Bailey, Rudy in the UFC Octagon, Rhea Ripley, to name a few. But Jose, as you got to see all these famous people from various sports, and just you could tell us firsthand how it was. Tell us right here, right now, how was the Fanatics Fest?
All right, so I'm gonna start off by this. If you were going and you didn't buy autographs or photo ops, and you were just going there for the convention, you probably had an amazing time because there will never be a moment in your life where you're walking by so many celebrities in one day. Like I passed by Travis Scott, Jay-Z, Tom Brady, Triple H, like like the who's just walking by you like it's just a casual walk down the street and like with no issues. So if you were going for that and just do the whole experience, you probably be like, this is the best thing ever, which it was. But if you put money on autographs or photo ops, you're probably pissed the fuck off right now because some of them didn't get them. Like, and you're
Mm.
spending hundreds of dollars, and like some of them, it just you're waiting in line and they just left, and you're complaining because you don't know if you're getting your money back and you're not. And the times like you get these, I don't know if you ever been like Comic Con or whatever, but they give you like a time stamp to be there, and your time to get meet them. It was so off and like so crowded. It was crazy. Like if I could send you pictures of how crazy it is, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like hundreds and hundreds of people are just waiting for their time, the group. It was a big clusterfuck, and I know a lot of people got pissed because like I'll tell you this, on Sunday I was supposed to meet Rhea Ripley at 12:30. I didn't get to see her till 1:30. And then Cody Rhodes was supposed to be, so the big mishap in Sunday was Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes was 10:30. They had to stop, tell people to come back at 1:30. And even at towards the end of the 1:30, they told that he left.
Huh.
So people that came back didn't even get them. And then the funny thing is some of them got Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley, didn't get both of them. And I can tell you right now, Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley, for both just photos, is over 200, probably almost $300. And you're waiting all day and you didn't get shit. So it was crazy. Like they just fucked up because they if you look at the time things, it's like autographs. So they were like from 12 to 12:20s autographs. And then they'll have like either they'll go straight to photo ops and do another hour of that, and then they're supposed to do convention. But if you for some reason get pushed back on autographs. Now you're late to photos. So now you can't push back whatever stage show you got to do. So now you just basically cut off everybody that waited hours in line because they had to leave. And they got like, you just basically got shitted on. If you got like Allen Iverson, they were so pushed back with Allen, whoever bought Allen Iverson didn't get, Allen Iverson didn't even show up for photo ops. They just canceled it.
Yeah, I noticed. I was following on Twitter through the weekend. I saw it was heavily advertised, but I didn't see any AI photos from these.
AI did the autograph, and he was so pushed back because Drew McIntyre. So because of the whole Cody Rhodes bullshit, everybody got pushed back. So Bailey, Rhea, Drew, Tyson, they all got pushed back. So when it was time for AI to get on, when they finally finished Tyson, AI was already scheduled to be on stage. So they just basically canceled it because he had to be on stage. So basically, they didn't have no wiggle room just in case if it was pushed back. There was like 20 minutes here, half hour here, stage. They're done.
And you think this
Which
could just,
means, go ahead.
I was just saying, you think this could just be because this is the very first time this event? Do they get a pass or they should have planned better for this? Because you do have a lot invested in this.
Well, the same people, see, this is where the same people that did the show does Comic Con.
Mhm.
So when you get photo ops, is a separate. So it's separate from the whole convention. It's just Epics does Comic Cons and all conventions, so they're the ones that do it, but they kind of have to go on the convention schedule. So it's a whole separate ticket. Like people didn't understand that. People thought. By the way, on the side note, we were talking about tickets. Literally, I could have just walked in there. Nobody checked my ticket at all. Like I don't even know why I had the ticket or bought a ticket. I literally could have just walked in the Javits Center, act like I was going to will call, skip that, and go upstairs, and nobody would have said shit. Not once anybody asked me for my ticket. I had my ticket the whole time in my pocket. That's how crazy it was. You could just tell it was funny, but you could tell it was celebrity dominated. Like wherever the celebrity was, that was where the crowd was at. And
Yeah.
WWE dominated that. That area was packed.
Yeah,
You could
that's what
pretty you could pretty do much whatever you wanted to do. Like UFC, could have went to the ring. Like the only time it was packed it was when a UFC fighter was there. Hockey, soccer, like basketball. Besides when I met Kevin Durant and Williams, it wasn't that crazy. WWE was everybody was trying to wait because whoever the guest was making surprise. Like they had a whole WWE entrance thing that the fans could
yeah.
do, right?
Oh, I would
So
have been in on that.
there was always a surprise when the wrestlers would come down and do their thing. Like you don't know when. So everybody would pack just to get a glimpse. So yeah, I mean, if you did it without trying to get autographs or shit like that, you probably had the most amazing time ever. But if you went for autographs, I feel bad for y'all. Like I had to cut that line. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck that. There was no like if they said I was like group 13, nah, I went with group 1. They don't make check.
Listen, I don't blame you, man. Um, but ultimately, you thought it was worth it, despite that, despite the mishaps.
The $50
Mhm.
for $50, you have a good time.
Like you'd
That's
go
all it
next
was.
year, which I will be at next year.
I will go next year, but I won't like leave you like you bet all them so like all them photo ops. I won't do that many.
I see.
I'll probably do maybe one, two tops, and that's about it. But other than that, it was fun for $50. Can't complain. But you already know they're gonna raise that price now that everybody knows. Like day one, Tom Brady was on the floor the whole day. Like you could have just chilled around Gronk and Tom Brady. The next day you had Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Rey Mysterio, Triple H, like everybody. Dana White was on Friday. Sunday, you had Peyton Manning. You had like the who's who, like all up in there. Rhea Ripley, like there's a viral video of Rhea Ripley just walking casually.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
play that to end this segment at the end, but
but
out of all the people you've met, tell us the most pleasant, the coolest, and then who was the worst.
most pleasant is Rhea Ripley, number one, by hands down. Chad Johnson, like Rhea Ripley and Chad Johnson, one and two. Probably the ones I met that CM Punk. CM Punk, you could tell he was just fucking business. Like,
Mm.
he was just stone cold. Like you look, if you even looked at the photo, Stone Cold. I mean, like he looked like that stone cold face. He was just business. Like he said hi, he'll give you dap, but other than that, like he really wasn't conversating. Like pretty much everybody else was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. This and that. And Jay Z was another one that I wasn't feeling. But other than that, everybody was chill.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear about that, but hey, you live and you learn. And the Jay-Z one, I heard like wasn't he supposed to show up Sunday and just didn't?
For
Yeah.
what? I mean, he was there
I might
Sunday.
sorry, he was, so he was. I maybe he was late. I'm going off the that Cody Rhodes video of him of those two. But Ryan, how could Cody Rhodes, the hero to so many kids, do this?
Oh, I came prepared. So just no, but in all seriousness, it says here there was something was released by WWE and Fanatics about this. Anyone who had a Cody picture who didn't get it is entitled to a refund. Fanatics has already been granting those. So that's number one. You didn't lose out on any money. They said, quote, the system went down during Cody's session, which is why they had a start and then a stop. And then Cody had to leave to make it to an actual show, so he wasn't able to do the next spot. He also had to cancel his appearance at the Jake Paul Mike Tyson press conference, which is apparently requested by the Fanatic CEO. But
Michael
Cody,
Rubin.
yes, Michael Rubin, but Cody declined to do that, instead staying longer to do the autographs before he had to leave.
There you go.
So
That's
he
what I
did his
like to talk.
best. It was just a system error. Um,
Yeah, I call
again,
bullshit. I call bullshit on the system. And there was no system error. The
uh,
homeboy was there. See that the problem was it's a clusterfuck because you have everybody jumping. Like everybody, they blocked off. So there's hundreds of people blocking off, and you don't like they go. They're supposed to go by groups, but they don't.
sure, yeah,
Everybody says Cody Rhodes, and
just starts
everybody
going, yeah,
just starts going.
Like you said you
So
did.
yeah,
right.
like
He
I
said you
did.
did.
Like they were like handicapped people and people strollers. I jumped with the handicapped people. They
Oh.
ain't checking. How the fuck would they know? Like they ain't
But
asking
I
me.
will. So I'll say, in all seriousness, it seems like most of the over. I'm not even just going to defend Cody, although obviously I'm a fan of his. It seems like
Mhm.
most of the people who did have these issues, like AI included, it came from just they weren't prepared for the number of people. The system went down because it seems like it went down because of so many people. They weren't expecting as many people each session, and so they weren't equipped for it, and it just pushed everybody back. It made everything kind of chaotic. And so some of the
Ryan,
people weren't able to get in to actually get the photographs. That's what Fanatics is
of
claiming.
course that's bullshit. Cause
So
Ryan, that shit was sold out. Sold
yeah,
out.
sold
Right?
out.
WWE
Right.
was sold out
No, and
weeks.
yeah.
So they already know how many people were coming for them shits.
Yeah, but they still weren't prepared for that number of people, is what Fanatics is saying. I'm just giving you when a company says we messed up, I
Fuck
usually take it as an
that. Yeah,
indication that they
fuck that.
messed up.
It wasn't system error. The problem was that they gave 20 like bullshit because when you have Cody Rhodes and you can look at the app, it says autographs from 12 to 12:20.
Right, not enough time. Yeah.
Bet. You got hundreds of people in 20 fucking minutes? My
Yeah,
ass. And then
not
you
enough time.
expect him then you expect him to do a show 20 like the show whatever podcast or whatever center stage show they got is going to hit priority first. So of course they're going to
Well,
just
they
cut
but they
every
did
mother.
cancel one of his appearances. Cody did cancel the one appearance that he was supposed to have with the
Yeah, because this
CEO of
Jake Paul,
Fanatics.
but the Jake Paul bullshit, but that was towards the end. So all
He
the
called
Oh
New
no, but I'm
Yorkers
saying,
stupid.
but
So fuck
Michael,
Jake
yeah,
Paul.
but Michael Rubin, I'm saying was there. But anyway,
yeah, He was a dick too.
I'm just saying it was an important one they skipped. But anyway, yes, that's the point. Point is they clearly overbooked, under scheduled, and they'll fix it for next time. But yeah, you're right. The price is probably going to go up next year.
Hey, you know who I bet? You know who I bet didn't mess up? LA Knight.
LA Knight, I'll give you this. LA Knight was a douchebag too. So
no, he wasn't. Liar.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Nah.
When the light, I tell you this right now about LA Knight. When the light is on, he's like Hulk Hogan. So I'll give you a story about Hulk Hogan. So when I was literally next up to meet Hulk Hogan. So I'm in the same fucking little cubicle with Hulk Hogan. He's just chilling there, brushing his fucking hair like a dick, acting like we don't exist. Like we're not in the fucking room because they had to fix the backdrop. So we were waiting like 5-10 minutes for them to fix the backdrop, right? Hulk Hogan didn't be like, "Hey, what up, brother?" or anything like that. He didn't act like we didn't even fucking was there. But the minute the photographer was like, "Yo, we're ready now." "Hey, how you doing, brother?" But like, "Oh, the lights on now. Now you know who the fuck I am, huh?" Fuck you, dude. But he was nice when the lights are on, but when the lights are off, he's a dick. And then I'll give you another story. So I was group one with Hogan, so I had mine real quick. Hogan literally told him, freaking brushed his man too, and was like, "This ain't working for me, brother. Cut the group off so you can go have fucking dinner or lunch or whatever bullshit." He couldn't cut the group on purpose. He said, "Come back later." While everybody, see, people don't understand. Like, you wait in that mob, and then you have another line where you're waiting another half hour. So when you're in that line, the second line, you're thinking, you have the mindset, like you can calm down, like you're gonna get your autograph and your photo, like you can relax, right? You're thinking you're gonna get it. Fucking Hulk Hogan was brushing his man's shoe, saying, "It ain't working for me, brother." So now guess what? All the people that are waiting in the second line just got back to the first line. You know what? Go do something else and come back in 2 hours. That's basically what it is. And LA Knight is the same way. So LA Knight, when the camera's not on, everybody was like, LA Knight, like he gave two shits. Like anybody around, but when he's on the WWE and the camera's on him, he's all fan happy and shit like that. But when the camera's off, this nigga was gone. He didn't want to talk to nobody. That's why I respected that's why I like Rhea Ripley way better, because camera off, camera on, she was real. Always was real. So yes. Fuck LA Knight too.
Well, the LA Knight, I will take your word for it for now and reflect on it later. But we will see this wholesome Rhea Ripley moment that we just have to share, that somebody got a hold of.
We're not even supposed to be ready. Wait, hold on.
Look at that. Look at this.
That security was about to push that lady away.
That security. That security was at the photo op. He was not playing.
They were ready.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
Look how sweet. That's my favorite female wrestler now.
You gotta go, he said 6 times as she refused to move, which I thought was funny.
You gotta go, she gotta go because she needed to take that picture of me.